Well, now that I don't really have a lot of stuff I'm doing today, I'm actually going to be able to go out and do my walk in the nature park for Pokemon this morning. For physical therapy. For Pokemon! For physical therapy. For Pokemon! Morning. I thought it was just our apartment. Because I was smelling... I rewashed some clothes and the bed sheets because I was like, it stinks. I washed them and then I dried the bed sheets with 2 dryer sheets in there just to add more of the smell goody chemical all over it. And they still came out of the dryer stinking, but now I'm starting to smell it outside of the apartment. And I'm like, okay, well, it's not our apartment then. That's good, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Might be something.
Might be the smoke.
Could be the smoke. That might do it with because things would come out of the dryer smelling like that, and that's pumping air through and heating it up. And we have the windows open all night, and I can only tell the smoke after a distance factor, so I won't be able to see. It is obviously in the apartment. You don't have that pervasive smoke everywhere throughout the Portland area and leave your windows open all night and think, I'm not gonna have any smoke in my apartment.
Yeah.
You do if you're white and dumb. I'm not dumb.
I think it's more even just you do if you're dumb.
That's true. I just tend to notice more white dumb people. Got a Miss Drevius back there. I'm gonna see if I can catch it. Need to not be assuming gender of these Pokemon, even though it's called, Miss. And it's a dude anyways.
Name that Pokemon.
It's Pikachu! It's Togepi. Fuck! I also hatched a Togepi.
So I saw a screen cap of a Pokemon gym that was named Jesus Watches Over the Children.
Oh, yes. That one kind of made my heart sing a little bit, but I know that there's going to be, now that it's gone wild, people are going to go over there just to beat it up.
Yeah. But it was a bunch of baby Pokemon.
It had Pichu and Magby and Togepi and all the baby ones that came out in and previous versions that were small BB style Pokemon.
And apparently no one attacked it for 3 days.
Yeah. The thing is, I think they said it was a yellow gym amongst a giant blue territory, but nobody attacked it. And I was like, but now that it's popular, people are going to attack it.
Oh yeah.
Because they're little. Oh, they delivered cleaned or repaired bikes. There's absolutely no reason for them to be in such an orderly fashion based on how Nike employees place them around. Oh, messy, sloppy people. Gonna beat up on the blue gym here for a little bit. Had to make sure I got myself tagged into the fight so I can walk a little bit away from it. At this point, I'm just trying to max out the badge on this gym. And fighting really powerful Pokemon on it works. Because you get 1/100th the badge of their CP. Yeah. As their, so this Blissey is 2882 and I'll get plus 29 badge experience. Am I doing this? If I defeat the Blissey? They've done something. The Blisseys are a hell of a lot easier to take down now. And by a hell of a lot easier, that's not saying much. But Aaron can't help me with it because it's
Blue.
hopefully if I take enough time I can knock something off and Aaron can put it on. But I don't know. How'd your meeting go last night? It seemed to last a little bit longer. I kind of just realized I'm just going straight to bed. I'm not going to wait or anything to have you roll my leg because you said something about a midnight?
Yeah. There was supposed to be a second meeting, or rather, there was a second meeting that I was invited to that I declined to attend at midnight.
To them, it's just later that morning.
Yeah. But yeah, the majority of it was our manager-ish person going over all of the HR changes for the Istanbul people, who apparently are getting the information much later than Hussein and I did. So we already knew about it and had more specific questions, and meanwhile the Istanbul folks were saying, wait, what?
What is this about?
What are you talking? What?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my train.
Okay, so that's the end of today. I've done my walk in the park. was a whole like hour versus the half an hour. Trying to pull down windows like this after doing pull-ups, it's like muscles work. Blaze, I need to get this window down. It's so I'm gonna do probably the one thing I don't think I've ever done on this channel. I'm gonna whip my. No, I'm not. That's against YouTube rules. I'm gonna go over a book suggestion because Aaron and I were talking about it this morning, and I was like, you know, it'd be really, you know, we were just talking and and he referenced something this morning from Reddit about, you know, don't just have plain stock bad guys. Give them a little bit of a backstory, you know, when writing a book. That way, you know, the reader can kind of understand maybe the slight motivations of the bad guy, so that they can kind of like, you know, either they can sympathize with the bad guy in a weird way, or they can actually hate the bad guy. Not just like, oh, you're the bad guy, boo. Kind of like Garrosh. We had an entire expansion where he was, you know, he started up and then reigned and then died. So, I mean, it was just expansions in an order. I mean, to an extent, he got added in, he got somewhat added in BC, and then kind of, you know, had some great things in Wrath, you know, did some military campaign stuff, was a little bit better in Cataclysm, became the leader for Mists of Pandaria, you know, whatever, and then went crazy in Mists of Pandaria, and then finally in Warlords he died. Spoilers of like 4 years ago, 3 years ago. I'm losing track. What I'm suggesting here is a book where the villain already has a backstory. You start this book, and in my opinion, although the way this book is supposed to be sort of written, the villain already has a backstory. Villain has tons of backstory. Millions of people know the villain's backstory. But the protagonist, people don't really know the backstory. In fact, the book is the backstory. This follows a bunch of characters, and you kind of got to suspend a little bit of what you understand of conventional religion to read that book, because Satan, Lucifer, Beelzebub, Mephistopheles, Belial, Asmodai, those are all different characters. Yahweh is one character. Yeshua is another character. Michael, Raphael, Lilith, Beelzebub's a dog, but whatever. It's explained in the book. But it kind of follows the war to, it's the war. It says that Stephen Bruce's classic novel of the revolt in heaven. We know that Satan was cast out of heaven for defying or trying to overthrow the throne, or to usurp Yahweh's power. Why? Because he thought he was better than him? Well, I mean, if you hear from Yahweh's point of view, it would be like, so, you know, my best friend tried to overthrow me, so I had to cast him out. Well, that sucks. I guess so. I guess if someone's trying to stamp on your parade, but then again, what's the parade? You know? I'm not going to get into spoilers. You should probably read the book. Everybody who's read that book is just sort of like, I can't really, it doesn't make you an atheist, but it kind of makes you not want to, tend to sympathize with Satan, who is the classic. Satan is what we call of as the devil. All the other characters that we use as Satan's name are just other characters, but Satan is whom you understand as the devil. Yahweh is God. Michael is the right-hand man of God. Hell, Uriel's even in it. There's a little bit where, like, are they cherubim? They're the lowest order of angels in the military. Oh gosh, can I find out who they are? And every once in a while, they come in, and it's just a small little section, and it's two of them. And every once in a while, you just get pulled back into the common man's point of view. And they have, like, rhyming names, and it's not Abdiel. Abdiel is someone else. Who are you two? Sith and Kiriel. Well, not bad, eh, Sith? What do you mean? From the bottom to the top in one day. Oh, yeah. Seraphim. I like it. It has a nice sound. Like, they're just soldiers. They're in the order of angels. And they, apparently in that part of it, I'm going to reread the book here, but that's just what it is. They get Apparently right there they get promoted. Seraph. I mean, if you're one of those hard fast, don't really want to think outside of the Bible, then probably don't read it. It's your choice. But I read it because I like that author and his other major series, the Dragarin series. That's what's up with that. I will chat with you guys next week. Tomorrow, next week. Like, this is Friday. This is not Friday. This is Thursday. This is the 10th. I will chat with you guys tomorrow. I can't move very fast, but if anything, I will do ladder drills for beginners. I won't go through them fast, but I can still go through the foot motions. Billy and I are going to go out early in the morning and work with Nick, and we're probably going to do stuff that doesn't involve me running or jogging, and probably just do walkthroughs of linebacker stuff. Because I got to do something. I'm going crazy. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And I am going to bring up, more in the beginning of that video, a subscriber contest. So we'll talk about that one. I've hashed out more details within my own brain. So yeah, we'll talk about that one tomorrow.